Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your homegirl Arabia Barbosa 914, which is the county in New York. Do another video real quick. I'm not gonna be up here very long, but I think it's a good idea if black Americans get reparations, especially for what happened during slavery and the years they had the Jim Crow laws up. Why not? But see, America does everything that she can to make all kinds of excuse on why she shouldn't pay reparations. They already paid it to the Japanese. Yes, they did. They paid the Japanese for what happened during World War II. This country right now is financially supporting Israel that's over there in the Middle East. They're taking our tax dollars to support the Jews over there in the motherfucking Middle East. And we've been taking care of them since what? World War II. World War II. I don't think it's fair that we're paying money to financially support them. We should have been cut them off during the 60s. But no, we are constantly taking care of them. Our dollars are paying for the Jews in the Middle East to be over there in a territory that does not belong to them. They're not even the true Jews. So, yes, I believe black Americans should get reparations. hmm That means they would have to pay Michelle Obama reparations. That means they would have to pay Michelle Obama children reparations. And you know who's the owner of that particular family? Oh my God. Yo, it's an interesting conversation. And if I get my reparations money, I'm not staying over here in this country. I'm going to leave. I'm going back to Africa. That's where I'm going. I was born here in the United States. I was born in New York. I was raised up in New York, but I know which part of Africa my people are from, and that's where I would go. I would go right back over there to Africa. Or I would live in Brazil or the Dominican Republic. That's what I would do. I would not live here over here in this country with that money. No, no. Why give the money back to the same people that paid us the reparations? I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious. Yes, I think this is a good conversation piece. Yes, I think that they should pay us reparations, not only just for slavery, but for what they did during the Jim Crow era, where Jim Crow laws were in place in this country, where everything was separated. They had labels on there: white only, colored only. hmm I think I think it's a good conversation piece. And some people say, well, you know, reparations came when affirmative action came. For who? Who was the affirmative action for? It didn't benefit me. Didn't benefit me at all. Some people say when Obama became president, that was our reparation. I didn't vote Obama in. I didn't vote none of them clowns in. It would be a good idea if they didn't want to give us money, they would give us land. Let's build a section in the United States or abroad for only us and take care of us financially like the way they're doing the Jews in the Middle East. See, just sometimes I get up here and I talk with common sense, and other times I be in a rage. because I already see what's going on. You got some YouTubers, they will never talk about this. They want to talk about Kwame Brown, or they want to talk about Mr. Skinny over there, or they want to talk about this other YouTube creator over there. I'm not interested in what other YouTubers are doing. I'm interested in this one particular subject, reparations. When my father was growing up, he, his father, which was my grandfather, people came from North Carolina, but they were high yellow motherfuckers. They had red freckles, fire red hair. These motherfuckers are the product of what slavery did in this country. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This is a interesting conversation, and it would divide the country. But who cares? The country is already divided anyway. Who cares if another civil war is pending? Who cares? I think this is a good conversation. But like I said, we take care of every other country in this world. We're still taking care of Japan. We're still taking care of Israel over there in the Middle East. We still have to look out for Afghanistan and all these other different countries. But when it comes to the black man and the black woman in this country, they will constantly shit on us. It's time. It's time. California is leading the charge. But I don't remember California ever being a slave state. So I don't know how California is pushing for something that never happened in that state. Let's do a history lesson here. Slavery was in New York. Slavery was in the South. There's different parts in the North where slavery was being practiced. Yes. Yes. There was slaves in New York at one time. It died down after a while, but the way they treated the black Americans was ridiculous. My mother used to show me news clippings of what happened to her when she was younger. I mean, they had certain jobs up there, and they said if you're a colored, no need to apply. They wanted white women and them high yellow women. One of my ancestors, Frances Crowder, she was a slave, half black, half white. But when they show pictures of her during the family reunions, those paintings they show of her, she does not look black. This woman could have passed for white. But she decided not to do that. As she suffered the consequences of her decisions. They ended up living in Jim Crow. So that's the same thing as slavery. So yes, the conversation needs to be had. I'm sorry, that's the way I feel, and that's the way I see things. A lot of people may not see it that way. That's fine with me. Agree to disagree. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a motherfucking fuck. I think we should get reparations. They're giving it to the Jews. They gave it to the Japanese. They give it to everyone else all over the world. And we are the ones over here that deserve it the most. There's a lot of corporations that benefit from slavery. A lot of the banks that exist today, they benefited because of slavery and Jim Crow. Trust me, do your research. Do your research. I'm telling you, man. Write to the Library of Congress. Get that information. Do your research. Because a lot of shit they be hiding from us is in the fucking books. It's not on social media. It's not online. It's in a fucking book in a fucking library somewhere. Do your fucking research. It's an interesting conversation, but nobody wants to have this conversation. Boy, you ain't gotta tell me but once. So here at Arabia Barbosa, here's $1.1 million. I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm not gonna stay in America with that money. I'm leaving. Or I'm gonna invest in gold and silver. Then I'm gonna get me a passport and leave this fucking piece of shit, this hellhole called America. I'm leaving. I'm not staying. Why should they pay me money and I'm just giving it right back to them? That doesn't make any fucking sense unless they're gonna give me land and a 3-story house to live in. That might be better. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I believe. Or they should give us a territory right here in this country or in another country somewhere else. Instead of having the Jews over there, why don't they extradite the Jews back to wherever place of Europe they came from? Not all of them came from America or were born over here in America. I guess everybody forgets what happened in Crown Heights, New York, not too long ago between the Jews and the black citizens that live in that area of Crown Heights. It was a race battle then. And we take care of them motherfuckers over there. I notice when it comes to black people, no country really want to fuck with us like that. But you know what? If they pay those reparations the correct way, the right way, for as long as they have been taking care of the Jewish nation in the Middle East, and we have been doing it with our tax dollars since World War fucking II. It's time. It's time for them to pay. I think it's a good idea. It would eliminate a lot of this working class that we have in the United States. A lot of you would not even have to work again unless you want to. This is an opportunity for us to speak up. They're pushing for it in California, but like I said, California was never a slave state. They need to go to these states that actually had the slave population. And the further south you go, the more evident you will see it. I got a feeling that if they do give us this, it will start a physical confrontation in this country. It'll be more unrest than what's going on right now. Their best bet is to do right by us. Give us a territory in the United States where we can grow our own food and live by ourselves in peace. Because we're not going to get anywhere as long as we're around the slave master's children and grandchildren and great grandchildren were never going to be at peace or in peace or living in peace. Like Elijah Muhammad said, we're going to have to separate. I hate to say it, but it has to happen. Because jaybirds can't live with sparrows. They can, but they don't. There's certain laws in nature that says, well, you guys belong over there and you guys, but then there's different sections of us with that too. So that's why I would take my money and I would leave. I would go to another country. I would build my own home somewhere else. I would be a total recluse. Not bother nobody, not fuck with nobody, never have to visit with nobody, just live by myself, take care of myself. That's it. I wouldn't even worry about none of my relatives over here in this country. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because everybody would have their own money, right? Or their own property, or their own whatever. It's owed to us. They give it to the Jews, they gave it to the Japanese, they give it to different countries that we have went over and caused uh, different wars with. We're still paying reparations for what happened in Vietnam. We're paying for what happened in Korea. We're still paying for that. If they get rid of that NASA, if the way they're giving the space program money to pretend to send people to the moon and to different planets, it's the same money they could give to the African American communities for slavery and for what happened during Jim Crow. Because remember, during slavery, they used to use us as guinea pigs to do biology on. This is how those doctors know how to fix your heart and how to do different surgeries because of what they did to us during slavery and Jim Crow. I don't care what nobody say. This is an interesting conversation. More interesting than talking about Mr. Skinny or the death coach over there or anybody else on YouTube. This is more important. I'd rather talk about this than anything else. And the main ones that saying that we don't need it is the people that already got fucking money. It's the people that already got fucking money. And they got money by being chosen, being picked out, and given certain opportunities. The certain opportunities that Oprah had, I never had. I had to go a different route. Still don't have nothing. What happened with my mother's estate, I think it was fucked up. This is a way for me to get that money. I deserve it. Shoot, I got nieces and nephews right now that can benefit from having that money or their own, land and property. They can build houses for themselves, have their own gardens, live in peace. But it's never going to be any peace in this country. History will tell you that. I think it's a good conversation. I think so. And that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. That's what I think about it. And I got to get ready to get out of here. I got to get on my shoes. I got to get my, I got to get everything ready. So I already got my house keys on me. Man. I gotta take everything with me. man. I think this is a good conversation, but a lot of people on YouTube is not going to have this conversation. They rather talk about Mr. Skinny, Kwame Brown, the death coach over there. They want to talk about other different YouTubers. They want to talk about Tommy Sotomayor and all this other bullshit. Talk about shit that really matters sometimes. Like I said, enough is enough. I'm enough, you're enough. And we're only important to ourselves, basically. That's what I'm starting to find out more and more on this app. There's a lot of things are being said, a lot of different battles. Barbara Girl Tina reported on it earlier this morning. I didn't want to listen to Barbara Girl Tina because, number one, Barbara Girl Tina's been on YouTube long enough not to be laughing so much. Ain't nothing that fucking funny. And where does she get all her information? By going over there to Damn D. Damn D is a clown. Damn D is working with Kwame Brown on certain issues and things like that. That's why he is to the street, is having so many problems and trouble now. Stuff he didn't have to face. It is what it is. I'm more concerned about this reparations. I'm more concerned about that. And I want to receive it before the end of my life. I don't want to wait till 63 or 75 years old to get this reparation money. I could use that shit right the fuck now. That would eliminate me having to go out here and work these little stupid ass jobs I'm working. Shit. That would eliminate a whole lot of my fucking problems that I'm having financially. Mm-hmm. That would make the playing field more even. I'm gonna put it like that. And everybody deserves an equal chance, especially the ones that were considered the underdogs for years and years. Yeah, it's something to think about. And they should do more than thinking about it and talking about it. They should just go ahead and be about it. Give it to us. Like the way they did us for slavery and like they did us for Jim Crow. Give us what is owed to us. And watch. Now I'm telling you guys, you're gonna see who your true friends are. These people from these other races and shit. You're gonna see. I already know. That's over, bro. Shoot. I got family members right now passing for white. Why? Because they felt that they wasn't gonna be treated fair. Ever. And at that time, I believe freedom had came for them, and a lot of my people that was in North Carolina moved to Virginia and West Virginia. And some of them are in those little towns where if you go into the town, all you see there is a bunch of high yellow people with red freckles and red hair. And they stay amongst each other. Isn't that something? All because they didn't want to be treated badly during Jim Crow. But then again, who could really fucking blame 'em? Who want to be treated worse than a dog? And in some cases, they still doing us that way. And we do each other that way. Let's be honest about it. I think it's an interesting conversation. I think we should do more than just talk about it. We should be about it. The same way we take care of the Jews over there in the Middle East and other countries, they should look out for black people. That's what I honestly think. As long as they're mistreating us, we're always gonna have issues with them. Mm-hmm. Bunch of weirdos around here. That's another reason why I want my fucking money. So I don't have to be around none of these weird black people. Bunch of creeps. Creeps and weirdos. Motherfucker standing outside right now with a fucking plan. I know who she is. She used to live over here. And her house got burned down. But she comes over here every now and then just to hang out. Nobody lets her live with them. Nobody lets her stay with them. Every time I see her, she's out in the street. And y'all think I'm bad? Oh, God. Just listen to her talk. You know she stayed drunk 24/7. Tell you, man. Y'all think I got it bad. Oh, God. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. When I start putting these motherfuckers on camera, you guys are going to see this. Mm-hmm. I hate to walk all the way to this fucking office and they do the same dumb shit they did yesterday. They try to play in my fucking face. See, this would eliminate a lot of this problem. This reparations eliminate a lot of my fucking problems. Eliminate them. And I'm so sick and tired of certain aspects of this society. I'm sick and tired of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all just don't know how much. Now, I'm gonna see this morning if these people gonna do the pickup over here like the way they did yesterday. It don't really fucking matter. Because I'm gonna call the office just before I reach there. That way I'm not wasting my time. Mm-hmm. I'm not wasting my motherfucking time like the way I did yesterday. That's the biggest thing you can't get back is wasted time. Like how I went to fucking prison years ago. I'm never gonna get that time back. I get this reparation money. Man, shit. I better get back whatever I want to get back. Whatever I lost during that time, I can get it back with that money. Money rules the world, man. Bullshit. Bullshit doesn't rule anything. Man, tell me, a bunch of weirdos out here early this morning. What's going on? Motherfuckers standing around, holding bags, looking down the street. God damn. This wasn't happening a few months ago. And all of a sudden, the fuck shit has happened. I would move so fast out of South Carolina. I surely would. I'd move back to New York for a short period of time, and then I would move overseas. Sure would. I wouldn't be here that long with that money. Mm-mm. Reparations is a good thing. A very, very good thing. I just wish they would stop talking about it. They don't talk about taking care of Israel, the Jews over there. They've been doing that since World War II. So World War II was what? Over 70 years ago. We've been taking care of those drop shots over there for almost close to 100 years. And people want to say that's fucking right. No, I don't think we should take care of the Jews over there. I don't think we should take care of any other country. I think we should only take care of our people over here. And America doesn't want to do that. That'd be too much like the right fucking thing to do. You know what I mean? Word. My back is killing me right now. But I gotta get up and try to make something happen. You know what I mean? I gotta try to make this week work out for me. You know? Because like I said before, a lot of people don't tell you what they're thinking. They just make sure you don't advance further in life. They don't tell you what they're thinking. Motherfuckers don't have to tell me what they thinking. I already know what they fucking thinking. I could read their fucking mind before I even come up close on them. Not saying I have an actual ability to do that, but you just know how people feel about certain situations and certain people. You could see the looks on their faces. You could read the body language. I'm not stupid. I've been seeing it all my life, man. And this reparations money will come in handy. And I hope the niggas in South Carolina don't turn this shit down, because motherfuckers from South Carolina has a funny way of getting scary when certain things are said to them. Remember what happened at that church and those 9 people got killed at Mother Emanuel, downtown Charleston, right there on Calhoun Street? I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Them black people that lived in that area at that time should have rioted, should have burned down Charleston. Yeah, for what happened at that goddamn church. But they didn't. And every church around that particular church, don't you know, they were secretly paying that church money? See, they already got who they was coming to get. And they got that dude that, forget his last name, starts with a P. I don't say the last name incorrectly, but that man deserved better than that. But this man that they killed at that church, don't you know, he was a representative in Congress? This man, that was the main target. That's why they went down there. That was all a setup. The KKK already knew who they wanted to get rid of. But y'all up here on YouTube talking about Mr. Skinny, Kwame Brown, and all these other YouTubers. Shit, I've talked about them too, but goddamn, I know when to fucking wake up and start talking some serious shit. Sick of y'all niggas. And that's real. A lot of people ain't ready for the real shit. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the community problems we're having in our communities. And it's not all because of the single black woman. It's not all her fault. They'll put everything on a black woman before they mention any other woman. That's what they do. And I noticed that when I was young. I noticed it a lot. I remember my mother telling me stories about when she used to have to go to the hospital to give birth to each one of her kids. And when she gave birth to me, she already had my name picked out and everything. And my name is Arabia. But the first name was actually going to be Saudi Arabia. You know, them white people try to talk her out of it. They don't want my first name to be that. They wanted my first name to be Mary or Elizabeth or some bullshit like that. So they can't convince me or tell me anything different about racism in this country and how racism has played a part of this drug bullshit that's going on. Just past one of my own. It was co-workers from another company. This bitch is out here looking for crack. How did the crack get over here? How did the guns get over here? I guess nobody knows about what happened in California. There is an OG female from the Crippolette set. She was down with the Washington dude. Matter of fact, she was down with them two dudes that started the Crips. We all remember Stanley, Tukey Williams, and remember the Washington fella. Well, both of them started the Crips in California. And one of the ladies that was down with Washington said, and I quote, there was one particular morning, they was all sitting down, chilling out, not fucking with nobody. See, back in them days, they used to like to party with each other. But shit, she said, there was a train track not too far from their neighborhood. And it had these train carts on it. And inside these carts were guns and drugs. And she said she found it very interesting and very strange that these trains were stopping in their neighborhoods, not stopping where the white people lived. So tell me it's not about racism. So that's all it is about. Racism. People want to talk about slavery. Were any of your people slaves? Yes. One of my ancestors. To this day, they have her picture up every year when we go to the family reunions. And in those pictures, she looks like a regular white lady. Blue eyes, dark brown hair, tall lady. Those same features that every white person has. She could have passed for white, but no, she decided to keep it real, so-called keep it real, and be put in with the bullshit, with the Jim Crow shit. But everyone has a right to make their own decisions, and maybe she didn't feel comfortable with doing that. Maybe she knew how much work was going to have to happen for her to continue that charade. Because we can look on television and old shows and movies what kind of stuff those people had to go through to even pass. And like I said, a lot of my relatives right now, they look white, but they're not white. See what I mean? See what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want me to talk like this, but it is what it is. It's the fucking truth. It's the fucking truth. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, before I get too close to that office, I want to reach out and call them real quick so I'm not wasting my fucking time. You know, because yesterday, like I said, he seen a bunch of us sitting in that fucking office. They know the reputation of each of their workers. And there's never been a job that I did not do a good job on, that I did not complete. That's why I couldn't understand why he was overlooking me. And he was trying to say, oh, they had ran out. No, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I said, this happens every fucking Monday. This happens every fucking Monday. The other company I used to work for, this don't happen at all. This don't happen at all. We got a couple of ghost watchers in the chat listening to what I'm saying. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the house of Arabia Barbosa. 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We are actually outside. We're outside. We're on our way to participate in everyday adult life. And like I said, money would solve all my fucking problems. Not being friendly with people and all sorts of bullshit. That shit only takes you but so far. Smiles and laughter won't buy you a house. Smiles and laughter won't buy you any clothes. Smiles and laughter don't pay the rent or the phone bill or the light bill or any other kind of bill you might got in your life. Smiles and laughter won't pay the mortgage. It won't pay the property tax. It won't put gas in your car. It won't pay your car note, insurance. It won't do anything. I think it's time for people to stop smiling and laughing so fucking much because I don't see anything fucking funny. I don't see a goddamn thing funny. I don't see it. But motherfuckers think everything's a fucking joke. Like them clowns over there that everybody want to talk about. Nobody gives a fuck about how long Mr. Skinny did in fucking prison. Nobody really gives a fuck because we never gonna learn the truth about anything about that man anyway. The only truth you know about him is what he shows you. And he keeps showing you every day, all day, how he be doing people. And he is gonna turn on that death coach and super notification sooner or later. It's coming. They already set themselves up to be fucked with. Oh shit. That gate is open. That gate that gate beside that church is never open. See, it's a good thing I was looking. Cause you'll never know who's lurking around. Motherfuckers walking in the shadow. Trying to hide who the fuck they are. I see them. I see them. And right now, it's mostly females that's doing it. That one that just passed me, I'm not surprised about her. I'm not surprised about her at all. But I am a little shocked to even see her in North Charleston because she don't live in North Charleston. She live downtown. Matter of fact, she live in that building they getting ready to tear down next year. They always said that she had a problem, but I never fucking believed them. Now I see her walking up and down the street like the rest of these hoes. Yeah, she got a problem. I'm on my way to the fucking job. I'm on my way to the fucking office. And when I'm done with my business with them, I don't hang around there. I leave. What's the point of hanging around somewhere where nothing's really popping? You might as well just fucking leave. Don't hang in the fucking street. That's how motherfuckers get fucked up and get in all kinds of fucking trouble. And sometimes you don't even be causing the trouble. The trouble just comes straight to you. Straight to fucking you. Because you was the dumbass and wanted to hang outside with the rest of them losers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't got no patience for none of that bullshit. I ain't got no patience for none of it. And I don't understand why she's walking around. Because she recently got a good paying job not too long ago. Working in the kitchen doing dishes. That lady is making $17.50 a fucking hour. Anyway, that's her business. That's not none of my fucking business. Yeah, we seen brown skinned lady last night doing a video. She mostly was talking about what was going on between Kwame and East to the street. And we know them two ain't nothing but two clowns. Kwame Brown and that goddamn East to the fucking street. The shower shitter. Both of them niggas are fucking losers. It is what it is. I don't care about that. I care about what's going on in California. I hope that shit reaches all over the United States. California, they didn't have slaves. That was a free state. There was a lot of states that were free during the times of slavery. But we got to keep in mind, even though they didn't have slaves like that in California, they still practice those Jim Crow laws. hmm Why do you think the Mexican War happened? Why you think when Mexico lost the war fighting against the United States, what do you think happened to a lot of their territory, a lot of their land, man? Oh my God, you guys, somebody is laying in the middle of the fucking sidewalk. Another homeless person. Seems like it's getting worse. Getting worse out here, man. In the middle of the damn sidewalk. And I thought New York had it bad. No, South Carolina got New York beat. hmm It is what it is. 3 people ghost watching. Welcome to the chat. This is your host with the most, Arabia Barbosa 914, Westchester County, New York. We are outside and we are reporting about the reparation thing that's going on in California. Unfortunately, California was never a slave state, so I don't know why California is even asking these questions. The other states that held slaves in this country need to be put under a microscope. Those people that live in those areas need to get their fucking money. Need to get their fucking money. And then we can talk about the Caribbean. We can talk about Brazil. Because like America is taking care of the fucking Jewish people that live in fucking Israel in the Middle East, we've been paying for their upkeep ever since World War II. And I don't think that should be happening. But it's fucking happening. And they're not even the true Jews. They're imposters. They're imposters. They stole another people's identity. Now, a lot of people say black people are the true Hebrew Israelites. Let me tell you something. I hope people are not buying into that, because if you don't read that Bible real close, that shit is gonna tell you the Jews, the chosen people of God, will always be slaves. Don't matter which land they're in, doesn't matter which people they're under, they will always and forever be counted as being slaves. And I don't want to be counted always and forever as being that. Freedom came, but unfortunately for a lot of our relatives, our great grandmothers, our grandmothers, our parents had to live through Jim Crow. Shit. My father used to talk about that shit all the time. I got an older sister, she's like in her 70s. She talks about that shit all the fucking time. When she was going to school, how they used to ask her what she wanted to be when she grew up. And she said she wanted to be a registered nurse. Don't you know them crackers told her she was never going to be nothing? She was never going to be nothing but a maid. I remember when I was going to school in New York, and I remember when they asked me, say, Ray, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my first choice was a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer. You know, they told me, say, you ain't never going to be nothing. You don't even know who your parents are. I said, oh my God. I was so shocked by the response. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what that teacher was telling me. And I knew it was racism. I knew she was a racist. But she was one of the main ones out there that she wasn't racist and she had nothing against black people. And I knew the truth all the time. I knew the truth all the time. I didn't live under the laws and regulations of Jim Crow, but I got the best of it because my parents talked, my grandparents talked about it, my older cousins talked about it, my aunts, my uncles about that shit, and each one of them. And the man that raised me, he used to talk about it all the time. He said when he joined the army, and this was during World War II, he said he saw a lot of shit that wasn't right. My boyfriend, the one I'm seeing off and on, the one I always go to his house with, y'all know who that is. That's Birdman. He was in the army back in the day. He got out. He served 14 years in the army. When he got out, he said, Ray, there was so much bullshit we had to put up with just because we had the black skin. We were black. The white boys, they didn't have to go through no problems getting their fucking pay. So look around you. Do you see any white veterans going through all that rigmarole just to get their fucking benefits and shit? No, you don't see it. Motherfuckers get everything when they get out of the fucking service. especially if they got their full rank and everything. They can't wait to give them a house. But my boyfriend, he had to go through all kinds of bullshit. I had him staying with me. See, if they was really about what they supposed to be doing, he would have never been staying with me. You know what I mean? Word. Fuck all that. It is what it is. We got one person in the building, ghost watching. The link is dropped, but I'm getting ready to hang up and finish out this live in the next few minutes. Because it's now what? Oh, it's almost 5:30. The office opens at 5:30. But like I said, I'm gonna call them before I even reach up there real good. Because I know they're gonna give me some bullshit today. I can't stand these fucking crackers. Word. Because it's them. I don't care what nobody says, it's them. It is what it is. A lot of times, like I said, a lot of people will not tell you what they're thinking. They just make sure you don't advance further in life. They just make sure. It seemed like to me, we're being pinpointed. Like when something happened, I remember when they used to do the stop and frisk in fucking New York. Don't you think that was a racist policy? I got caught up one particular night coming back to where my sister lived, because my sister lived at the Whitney Young building during that time, right there in Yonkers, New York, right there on Nepperhan Avenue. And something had happened. Somebody shot a gun or something. Something had happened. And as I was walking, I seen a bunch of people, you know, being pat down, being put on the wall, being pat down and shit like that. They just talking about stop and frisk. Yo, my sister seen that shit. She was like, why is it taking baby so long to come up these goddamn stairs? Yo, when she went down them fucking stairs or that fucking elevator and she looked, yo, she walked right up there, pulled me out of the fucking line, told them cops that they better stop their racist bullshit. That's what she told them. And I walked off with her right in the fucking building. Shit. Tell me them people ain't racist. We get the backlash. We didn't go through Jim Crow and slavery, but we got the backlash of all that bullshit. And I want somebody to challenge when I'm fucking singing. We got a lot of trolls out here in the real world and on YouTube. But when it's really time to troll and really time to speak out, motherfuckers want to keep their fucking mouth shut. Keep it shut forever. Y'all don't want to talk about reparations and shit? Don't talk about shit else, man. The shit you talking is bullshit. A lot of people may not agree with that, but it is what it is. So this is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. Ah, we're almost there, close to the office. Another van just passed by me. I'm gonna eat me a piece of candy on my way in. But as soon as you get there, them bitch ass niggas, they all take up all the seats. Half of them are fucking crackheads. They don't need to be on nobody's job. They be high on the fucking job. Some be fucking drunk. And the thing about it is, the people in the fucking office know it. They know it, and they don't do shit about it. They don't. They don't do a goddamn thing until the job that the person is assigned to, until them motherfuckers call and be like, oh, I need you to come pick up these people. I need you to come pick up so and so because it's not working out with them. And by that time, by the time that happened, it's already too late to replace these people. That's why they be wanting people to sit in the office until about 8, 9 o'clock. Cause they know them motherfuckers are failures. They know that. They know they failures. But instead of not putting them on the fucking ticket, they put them on the goddamn ticket anyway. If it was left up to me, all them niggas be fucking fired. All of them. I would start out with a whole brand new crew and be letting them know, don't come in here if you high or you fucking drunk. Don't come in here. And if I find out, you out. You're not working for me. Period. But that's like too much like doing the right fucking thing. Hey, people ain't about doing the right thing no more. They ain't about doing the right thing no more. Shout out to my YouTube creators. Shout out to my subscribers, people I respect, in life. We're not gonna see eye to eye on everything. It is what it is. This nigga coming to the store. The store don't open until 6. You see the sign up there? All these motherfuckers know what time that store open. And this store has been robbed more than once. I remember when I was staying over there at the motel right next to the store, they was getting robbed all the time. Mhm. They were being robbed all the motherfucking time. All right, y'all. Peace out. Closing this video out. People can talk about whatever they want to talk about on this fucking app. I just wanted to talk about the reparation thing. I think it's important. I think we need more conversation on it. Like I said, we had a lot of YouTubers going live yesterday or last night actually, and nobody has mentioned anything about it. It's only one other YouTuber mentioned it. Only one. That's the Empress Lonnie Mullen. She's the only one that mentioned it. Nobody else has mentioned anything. You know why? Because she want to talk about serious subjects. She don't want to talk about bullshit all the fucking time. Peace out, y'all. One, peace. New York love. 914.